Attorneys for the man accused of killing the United Healthcare CEO say social media posts from the Trump administration could lead to an unfair trial. The new court filing says the administration is making the alleged murderer a pawn to further its political agenda by sharing posts that call him a pure assassin. Federal prosecutors argue those comments won't have an impact on the trial. ABC News senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katersky is here to break this down. Aaron, what's the latest on this court filing in New York?
Yeah, Andrew, his attorneys have been arguing about this for a few weeks now, saying that what President Trump, Justice Department officials, and others in the Trump administration are posting online about Luigi Mangione is going to taint the jury pool. And they say it's particularly dangerous for Mangione because he's facing the death penalty. So there are life or death type consequences here. And they're asking the judge to either dismiss the indictment or take the death penalty off the table. Federal prosecutors, as you point out, say what President Trump says or Attorney General Pam Bondi says or their underlings say doesn't really matter because they're not really involved in the actual prosecution. But in this new filing, Andrew, the defense says it's all kind of one and the same because Trump has blurred the line between the traditionally independent Justice Department and what's coming out of the White House.
Meanwhile, the suspect is also facing several charges in Pennsylvania, but those are being put on hold. Why is that?
Well, he's charged with murder in New York, so there was no way any authority here was going to let him run to Pennsylvania to face what amounts to more minor offenses related to his alleged presentation of a fake ID to Pennsylvania cops when he was arrested at an Altoona McDonald's after 5 days on the run. And his attorneys say that Mangione's not going to appear remotely. So the judge says, well, if he's not going to appear remotely and New York authorities aren't going to let him go, there's not going to be a case, at least for the time being.
And what are you watching for next in both of these cases, really?
So Mangione, as you know, faces charges in both state and federal courts here in New York. He's going to be in state court in December. I'm going to be watching to see if the judge is ready to set a trial date for sometime in 2026. He'll be in a federal courtroom in January. The judge there says she's prepared to set a trial date. She'll also rule on this defense motion, no doubt, to try and either dismiss the indictment, take the death penalty off the table, and whether these statements that the president and others are making in the administration are actually prejudicial.
All right, Aaron Katersky, thank you.